Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Ultraranger, the podcast all about Ultraman's past, present, future, Godzilla, and all kaiju in between. And as always, I am your host, Ultragar.
And I'm your co-host, Ultralane. Hello.
Yes, and we are back once again for a double feature, for a double episode discussion of both Ultra 7 and Ultraman Dyna.
Yep.
It's probably bugging you, Lane, that we are now out of sync with the episodes again.
Oh yeah, no. If I could fucking choke you through my webcam, I would, but I can't. So.
But yes,
I'll just imagine it. Hang on. Yeah. There we go.
But yes, we are talking about Ultra 7 episode 41 and 42, and Ultraman Dyna episodes 40 and 41.
You ready to get a little wet, Gar? It's gonna be a little wet for these Ultra 7 episodes.
Oh, don't worry, because it's now June as we are recording this, and it's just been 30, 31 outside for the last few days. I really miss going swimming. Then I watched these two episodes.
I haven't gone swimming in over a year.
But let's not waste any more time.
So, Ultra 7 episode 41, Challenge from Underwater. So the first thing...
Not Kappas.
We gotta talk about the most important thing that happened in this episode. His hair grew back.
Yeah, Anne grew out her hair.
And it was I was wondering for a second, I was like, wait a minute, did her actor change or something? And I was like, no, that's still her. So I'm like... So then I was kind of thinking, how had her hair grown back so quickly?
Well, you have to remember, these episodes weren't they weren't recorded or in production in order. So
That's true.
So it could be that she grew out her hair more than later, and then they reshot, they released episodes out of order.
Okay. Yeah, I just noticed that in these two episodes Anne grew her hair back, so I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So it's pretty. So we got some Kappas.
Not Kappas.
Not Kappas, but they think they're Kappas.
They didn't go to university.
God. I don't think I've seen a lazier alien design ever. They were awful looking. It was in a paper mache head, and then these just tight black suits. That was it.
Gee, I wonder where the budget went.
I don't know.
Maybe it was for the Kappa Club.
It was terrible though. It was so bad. And so we got these four people who are part of the Kappa Club, as they call themselves.
I wonder if they're affiliated with the Kaiju Club.
Maybe. I mean, it was almost around the same time.
Yeah. Tell that to Kappa Club.
So we got Kawanaka, the cartoonist, and I'm assuming he does cartoon drawings of Kappas.
Yeah, he did acknowledge that is the thing that he does. He draws Kappas.
Then we got Fujishima, the photographer. She wears some red pants. That's all I really remember about her, is that she had a camera and she wore red pants. Then we have Takamura, the restaurant owner who owns the Kappa restaurant. And so when they find the villager who saw Kappas or whatever like that, he's like you serve Kappas? And he's like, no. Oh okay. Oh, all right, thank God. So that was funny.
And then we have the fourth and final member, Kakutani, the science fiction author,
who probably writes about Kappas.
Well, he was trying to break it down, being like, oh, what if they're not actually creatures? What if they're aliens?
Aliens.
I'm not saying it was Ultra 7, but it was Ultra 7.
Right? Yeah, so then, they pretty sure that they found some in the forest where they're camping out because, they heard about it, and so, the one guy goes to like get the tent or whatever to use as like a covering to like capture them. So they think they captured two of them, which then we find out, oh no, it's Furuhashi and Dan.
Oh yeah.
Because they're doing an investigation of their own because supposedly a UFO crashed somewhere around the lake.
Yeah,
so they're investigating it.
I had the lake written down.
It's like Ishii?
Yeah, Lake Ishii.
Yeah, Ishii.
Yep, found it.
So like Furuhashi's really fucking pissed at them because it's like, oh, we thought you were Kappas. He's like, Kappa? There's no such thing as Kappas, and it's like,
hey,
no, there totally is.
I would be pissed off too if I was wearing a wetsuit, was just underwater, got out, it's dark, I'm tired, I'm hungry, and next thing I know, 4 random people are tossing a tent over me. Yeah, I would also be angry.
Would be angry. Yeah, I'd be annoyed. So we see these freaking alien Tepito. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, or Tepetos?
Tippy-toe?
Tippitos? Hey, Fredson, can you do that tippy-toe thing?
So like we find out that they have a spaceship in the middle of a lake or whatever like that, and like they have like an egg or something.
And of course, what are they after? We don't really know.
We don't know. They're just here.
I guess you can just chuck it down to they're after Dan.
Yeah. So like they narrowed it down that it's not Kappas, that they're aliens. The cartoonist or no, the restaurant owner. Yeah. He gets killed.
That's my only gripe with the episode. Just Takamura getting killed off for no reason.
Yeah, no, he didn't have to.
Didn't need to. I know he was a guest actor for the episode, but just feels daunting that the Kappa Club just found one of their members dead in the forest. Like, you think they would be more traumatized by this.
It was to show that these aliens weren't to fuck around with. It's like, oh no, they killed someone. They're dangerous.
You know what they sort of remind me of now that I'm thinking about it?
What?
You ever see that like still image of like the guy in the black suit wearing the pumpkin mask?
Oh, he's like,
yeah,
spooky, scary,
That's that.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Which we should just make up the thumbnail. Just have like the tippy toes with the pumpkin dude.
They're all just chilling together.
They're all chilling. So they know that there's something in the lake, and so like Andy get on a boat together because, of course, they're pretty much a fucking item by now. So they're always together. Mm-hmm. And so Dan goes underwater, and Stoga also goes underwater with Furuhashi. And so I guess they don't really they don't really show it until like when Dan like becomes Ultraseven, but like I guess they got like chained underwater. Well,
no, Dan was the only one that got chained underwater.
Oh, that's right. Soga got back up for the boat.
It was Amagi.
Oh, Amagi, right.
Because Soga and Kiriyama were in the Ultra Hawk.
That's right. So Dan gets chained down because, like, every alien fucking knows he's Ultraseven. It's like, god damn it, it's so dumb. I love it. Like he's trying to like blend in with humanity, but like aliens are just like, oh yeah, you smell like an Ultra.
He's giving off that big, that BUE, that big Ultra energy.
Yeah, BUE.
Or BUE.
BUE. Yeah, that's the name of this episode. Big Ultra Energy. BUE.
BUE. No, B. Yeah, BUE. BUE.
So then, this giant fucking egg rises from the water, and we get the aquatic or like the Kappa monster Tepito as well.
It's sort of like a Zeton thing, where it's like you have alien Zeton, and then you have Zeton.
Yeah. So it was a cool design, I guess. Like, it looked like a Kappa, so her, way to go. Because it had, like, the little, like, dish thing on its head, and which it shot, like, beams out of.
I mean, to be fair, this monster design and the next one afterwards in episode 42 were made by children.
Ah, yes. Make an Ultraseven episode about the Kappa! Yeah! The Kappa! Yay! Okay.
Do you think I'm joking?
No.
Go down to the trivia.
Oh my fucking god. The Kaiju's original name was Rotating Cyborg Daycross Razor. That sounds cooler.
It was shaped like a screw. It won first place in this contest that the Shonen magazine held. It had to be redesigned, of course, because it couldn't really stand up.
Oh. So Dan gets free, obviously, he turns into Ultraseven, but, like, we got this funny scene where fucking Furuhashi and Magi are...
Oh, yeah, they're shouting out in the lake. It's like, you have a boat, just, like, can't be that hard to just quickly drive around the lake.
Yeah, and somewhere fucking unconscious on this lake, so, like, it wouldn't be hard to find. And so, yeah, Dan gets free, turns into Ultraseven, and then we just get, like, a fucking huge-ass water fight, and I could tell, because it was in episode 42 as well, the Ultraseven suit is fucking damaged.
Yeah, it's starting to show...
You see cracks in it and stuff, and I'm like, oh...
It's starting to show its wear and tear.
Yeah, because, like, Ultraman had 3 different suits, because, you know, one got water damage, the other one got stolen, supposedly, and then they had the third one. But I guess the Ultraseven, they just used the same suit the whole time.
I believe it was like 5 different suits used throughout the show.
Okay, well that one, they just decide, you know what? It's on its last legs. He's fighting in water. It's going to be fast. No one's going to fucking notice. So, like, what the fuck ever.
I honestly thought it was a new suit at first because I'm like, oh man, look how shiny red that looks. Then I remembered, oh right, water.
Yeah.
The wetsuit probably got cleaned.
Yeah. So he's fighting this thing, and like he at one point, like it's like wait, I'm sorry. He's like, oh, okay, cool. Say it. Just like fucking makes term like why'd you fall for that, Dan? It's an evil alien monster. Don't fall for that.
It was just born like 5 minutes ago.
I love that this is like the best shot in the whole episode. He like fires his fucking ice slugger into the fucking water, and he comes back, and then you just see the kaiju just
split in half,
split right down the middle, and I was like,
oh,
hell yeah.
I love that because freaking you hear the effect.
Like the
just it comes back up and just it floats up, just sliced in half.
That was great. I wish that was like always Ultraseven signature move, just like, now you cut your fucking bitch ass in half. I wonder if the kid who won that contest will just be like, oh, no! How dare they kill rotating cyborg Daycross Razor! No! They took his design and then they're just like, oh, sorry, kid, we have to rework everything because it's fucking doesn't work.
It kept most of its design. It's just, it had more of like a fishtail.
Okay.
So, like, they just gave it legs.
Like, imagine that they did that for you, Gar. Like, you had this really cool idea for design. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll take it. And then they just completely fucking reworked it, and it's nothing like how you designed it.
Oh, that's what I fear most about the project that I'm working on at the moment. Where, I want to do practical suits. And I'm afraid some meddling's going to go down and be like, oh, it'd be cheaper and more effective if it was all CGI. And I'll be like, no, because then the whole point of it is lost.
Yeah. And so yeah, it just ends with like the rest of the Kappa Club being like, well, there were no Kappas here, just aliens. And then the cartoonist is just like, yeah, there's gotta be Kappas somewhere else. And they're like, yeah, cool. Yeah, all right. I thought they were gonna be like, let's be an alien club now or something like that. I think that would have been a more interesting ending to them, where like they realized like, oh, Kappas aren't real, and like the sci-fi author like got to them going like, no, we gotta be about aliens, man. We gotta fucking find aliens, because that's more believable now.
So where's the body of their dead friend now?
I don't know. Also, it was really funny how like the aliens were like in the water, and then like you'd see like them get shot, and they would just be the paper mache heads get fucking blown up, and it was super funny. And in the forest, they got blown up too.
So then we move on to episode 42, Ambassador of Nelmalt. I don't want to give away the ending.
Yeah.
Because
So,
it's one of those endings where it really caught me off guard.
me too. I was like, oh.
Oh!
Oh.
So we have the Seahorse Ocean Base located out in the waters, and it got destroyed. Oops.
It's like it was a fucking base made in water. Because, Ultraman has a good track record of having bases on or underwater always work out.
When you're right, Lane, you're right.
Yeah, no. Fucking Tiga, Dyna, Ultraseven. Don't make bases underwater or on the water. It never works out.
You want to know the worst part?
Mm.
One of the actors on the ocean base, it was Ide.
Oh.
Yeah, the guy that was underwater eating the pineapples. Hamada.
Fuck.
That was Ide's actor.
Oh, man. I gotta go back and watch that just to see.
I was expecting him to be a full guest actor. Nope. That was it. That one scene. God.
One scene.
I wanted him and Furuhashi to interact to be like, you guys were an Ultraman together.
So we get this kid named Shinichi who's like walking on the beach, minding his own business, and then just cuts to Anne's head in the sand, and I was like, wait, what the fuck's happening?
So apparently that is actually a thing people do.
Oh.
They cover themselves up with sand on the beach so that their bodies can stay cool.
Oh.
Sort of like how people out in the snow, they bury themselves into the snow and keep themselves warm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because I looked into it, I'm like, there's no way Dan just buried her and left her.
So then this kid's just like, you shouldn't have your base out there. And it's like, what? Yeah, you Ultra Guards are fucking fools. Put that base away. And it's like, okay. And Dan comes back and he's like, yo, what's going on, Ann? And it's like, yeah, some kid just told us to get rid of our base in the ocean. What? That's fucking weird. Fucking explodes.
Yeah, and then it proceeds to explode. Because we did get to see Anna in a bikini, so plus 5 points.
Well, it's not a bikini, it was a fucking one-piece
swimsuit.
Bikinis are 2 pieces.
Does it really matter?
Yes, it does. Also, this episode showed me that apparently they had hoodies back in the 60s. I didn't realize that.
Yes, they had hoodies back in the late 1960s.
That was like a 70s, 80s thing.
No.
Now I gotta look up when the hoodie was invented. It's gonna bug me.
You do that while I talk about the kaiju of the episode, the octopus monster Gyros. It's not Gyro either, Google.
It fucking dumb.
Just again, Lane, made by a child.
Okay. Apparently, the first hoodie was made in like the 1930s.
So yeah, hoodies have existed.
Wow. Okay. This thing was ugly. It was like this weird, like, octopus starfish monster.
I thought it was cool.
I mean, it was okay, but like, just. I think they're really, really, really cheap at their kaijus now.
Made by a child.
Don't rely on children for your kaiju designs, Subaraya. Come on.
We say that, but we acknowledged in the previous episode before this that Ishinomori's child came up with the idea for Kamen Rider, or at least his basic design.
That was Nakajima, huh?
Yeah, that was Nakajima.
Holy shit! Nakajima thought of the design of Kamen Rider. Why hasn't he been in Kamen Rider?
He has been in Kamen Rider as guest characters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool if he was in recent Heisei or Reiwa.
Nah, he's not into that. Nah.
Yeah. Once you start Ultra, you live Ultra. So we learned about this race called the non-molt. Dan it brings up some interesting trivia that I've never fucking heard. He's like, oh, from where I am from in the 78 Nebula, that's what we call humans. We call them non-molt, and it's like, never in all the Ultraman shows I've watched have they ever referred to humans like that.
It's
so bullshit on you, Ultraseven.
It's an ancient term.
Yeah, no, I feel like that was something that was supposed to, like, catch on, and then it never fucking did, so they just dropped it. That's, like, the one piece of, like, lore that Tsuburaya was just like, no, that's fucking stupid. We're not keeping that. That's dumb.
The only other time these people have shown up were actually in the Heisei Ultra 7 specials. So whenever, like, Ultra 7 just kept coming back.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so, like, we find out there's this whole race of fucking people that are living in the underwater, and...
We, as the human race, sort of, like, forced them down there.
Yeah, we're the invaders, apparently, as Shinichi keeps saying, because, like, they're trying to find this kid who apparently knows how this base got destroyed. And so, like, eventually, like, they go to a school and they try to, like, pick out any kid that has, like, a mole on their fucking face to, like, pick the kid out, and, like, none of them are successful. While Ann and Dan are doing that, all these kids are just fucking pointing at the pointer and be like, what's in here? Like, what's this button do? Blows up the school.
Oops.
That didn't happen, but it could have. Don't trust kids around your car.
Well, I mean, Tiga also did that with with like the 4 kids hanging out with like one of the Guts vehicles. What does this button do?
Right. And so yeah, so then they find Shinichi again. He keeps warning them. It's just like, oh, the non-mold, don't piss them off. They deserve. You shouldn't destroy them. And so then the Ultra Guard just decide to fucking
blow it up.
Blow these entire guys up. So they basically committed goddamn genocide. It was terrible. Fucking terrible. And, like, Ultra 7 defeats the kaiju. Like, it's, like, I wasn't really paying attention to the fight that much because I was too busy looking at all the cracks on his suit.
It was somewhat the same way he defeated the last monster. He took his eye slugger and just started cutting off tentacles.
Yep. And so then they're like, yeah, we defeated the fucking non-mold. The sea belongs to we humans. And I'm just sitting there being like, you should steal the entire fucking race. You're committing genocide.
We can't take any chances. They could be aliens out to invade us.
And how do they celebrate mass genocide of a fucking alien race? Oh, you know, hang out on the beach.
Beach party.
Oh. So, and also when, like, Dan's trying to, like, transform into Ultra 7, but he's trying to, like, hide it from Shinichi, but, like, he keeps, like, popping up being like, you Ultra Guard fools! Like, you don't do this! And he's like, yeah.
I have to. It's in the show title.
It's in the script.
It's in the script. Which,
then,
by the way, this episode was written by Ultra 7 showrunner Tetsuo Kinjo.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And then we get the ending, which, like, we hear Shinichi yelling, like, Ultra Guard fools and stuff like that, and so, like, Dan and Ann run over, and we just see this woman kneeling on this, like, near this, like, kind of, like, stone.
But I thought we were gonna say we weren't gonna say what it is.
Oh, I thought you just said we were gonna say what it was at the beginning.
No, just at the very end of the episode.
Sorry. Okay, never mind. Anyways.
You know what? It's a 50-year-old show. We can talk about it. Shinichi was a dead kid.
Yeah, ghost.
He's been dead for 2 years.
Dead for 2 years. Apparently really loved the ocean and drowned or something.
I guess, which... That's a bit saddening.
Yeah, but I was just, like, sitting... I saw, like, the woman, I'm like, wait a minute, what... Oh, I know what's happening. It's like, that kid's dead, isn't he? that explains why he kept like fucking being able to like when like Dan was trying to transform. So, yeah, no, what a twist.
That's a plot twist.
Yeah, but anyways, this episode was good. But god damn it, did they commit mass genocide, and that's not cool. I don't care if they're threatening you guys. Don't do that.
But they threatened them with a nuclear submarine.
They did, the Gloria, and apparently had like these like rotating fucking cannons, and it was pretty cool. Anyways, don't do that.
You don't do that.
Mass genocide of an alien race. Kids, don't do that.
No, you say no. See, you know when your dog pees on your carpet, you say no.
So yeah, that was fucked up, but this was a good episode. I enjoyed it.
They were both good. Like, to me, I personally like the first these two episodes of Ultra 7. They both had good pacing. All the characters were likable, and just being around water.
A lot of water. Maybe I had to go pee a lot.
Ultra 7 and Waterworld.
You need to remake that movie, man.
No, they need to remake Waterworld, but with kaijus.
Sure.
Gotta add kaijus in there somehow.
Just add fucking Ebra.
Ebra, Horror of the Deep.
Give Ebra something to do.
But let's move on to some Dyna.
Oh boy. So, episode 40, The Tree of Jugula.
You mean Jugula?
Oh yeah, Jugula.
You mean Juggler?
Wait!
Juggler? Tree?
Juggler, Tree? Origin Saga!
Oh my god. Imagine Asuka in the Origin Saga being like, wait, this feels too familiar.
That was you!
It was you!
It was you! But yeah, so this is a heavy Nakajima episode, and it's funny because last episode we apologized because we found out Nakajima's actor was the son of Shotaro Ishinomori, so...
Yep, the eldest son of Shotaro Ishinomori.
Oh, the eldest son.
He has two sons.
Ah. So yeah, so he has a love interest, like a woman he knew and he grew up with in university, and he liked her, she liked him.
They dated, broke up.
Yeah, because apparently he was too busy, like, concentrating on research and, studies that he never had time to go on dates with her and stuff.
What you mean you're not paying attention to me during university? What you mean you have to spend thousands of dollars to retake a class? What you mean you have to focus to get good grades so you don't have to do it again?
Fuck studying, I'm horny now.
What do you mean I have to stay up 2 nights in a row to work on assignments?
So Noriko was the woman's name.
Yeah.
Very sweet lady. And so Nakajima has, like, this alien detector, and it was really funny, too, because, like, fucking Asuka's, like, making fun of him. It's just like, oh, this thing's really great. Like, it's my genius intellect would only think of this as the greatest invention of this century. And mine's just like, that's not fucking nice, Asuka. And everyone else is just like, it's so fucking Nakajima. Yeah, it was really cute. I liked that kind of dynamic because they can bust each other's balls about shit.
Asuka, now do your Captain Hebe King impression. What?
Yeah, so Nakajima invented, like, this alien device that, like, if you scan stuff, it, like, detects, like, alien life or something like that. So then, like, they're in this town where there's
I'm sorry, it's such a broad, like, title. It's just, my alien detector. That could mean anything.
It could mean anything. And so... so there's this tree, and it's like a really ancient tree, and like apparently it would absorb the souls of people, and it'd leave them like lifeless and stuff. And we just find out, oh, it's an alien tree that's just shooting spores into people and turning them into aliens.
That's that's unfortunately where the show or the episode at least sort of took a nosedive for me. I didn't like the kaiju.
No, I didn't either. He was a weird fucking tree kaiju and stupid.
Let's admit, it's just Biolante.
It is Biolante. Biolante was cooler.
First form Biolante, not gator face Biolante.
No, I don't even like Biolante that much, and then this Biolante was better than this thing.
Also gave off like Greenmon's design.
Oh God. So yeah, so like basically like this thing's like shooting spores all over town, causing the like, and so like Noriko thinks that like we got a lot of good acting out of Nakajima. I'll say that like his acting was pretty fucking superb in this episode because he showed how much he fucking gave a shit about this woman, and it was really fucking awesome.
Nakajima, admit it. Fine, I'll admit I still like her, okay?
Yeah, and like at one point she's like questioning like if she's still human, and he just like says like it doesn't matter, you're still you, and that nothing else matters. You're still you. I still love you. Blah blah blah. Like he never says the word love because like when he's in the fucking
Alpha, the superior Alpha jet.
He's like she's the only one. She's the only one, and like he was trying to say like I think he was trying to say like she's the only one I love.
Yeah.
So.
Only one that I think about, the only one I care about.
Yeah, and there was like this botanist guy who was like looked like he was her boyfriend.
Aoki.
Yeah, but then he ends up being like possessed first by the tree.
I think he was the alien that showed up 200 years ago with the tree.
Okay.
It's sort of just eh.
Yeah, and
now,
like basically.
You know what was cooler?
Huh?
Remember the beach episode in Tiga with Hori and his two best friends?
Yes.
That was better.
And then they brought that up again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, Nakajima's ex-girlfriend, who ends up becoming his girlfriend again.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't see her ever again.
Oh, cool. So, not like Hori.
Yeah, not like Hori.
Yeah, where we actually got an episode in the next series with her and their kids.
Hashtag affirmation. Hori fucked.
Yeah, no.
Twice.
See, this is why Hori's awesome.
This is why Hori's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we kept saying Miso Hori. We weren't kidding.
But yeah, like, you have Dyna trapped in like a vine tree thing, which it looked dumb because they sped up the footage. It's just like, guys,
bouncing around up like back and forth, and I was just and they're like, come on. And so like the thing they figure out is, oh, I'll reverse the software in the device so it detects humans and aliens. And then like we get like a nice little joke at the end where like Mai goes, it seems like the detector went off when like Dyna flew by and like it detected a human instead of Dyna, and Asuka's like, oh, I mean, I don't think that's possible. Why are you so flustered about Asuka? Where's Nakajima?
Yeah, it's like
smooth Asuka.
Like Asuka's freaking out when nobody like was questioning it. It's the whole Tiga joke that we made.
Yeah.
I'm not Tiga. Why do you keep assuming that I'm Tiga? I'm not Tiga, guys. Daigo, all we asked you was what you want in your coffee.
Yeah, what you want to eat. And then yeah, we see Nakajima. He like confesses his love because she's like, oh yeah, everything you said, really sweet. And then he like goes to like in for like a hug and a kiss, and then he rips his pants and his jacket.
That's classic Nakajima.
Yeah, and then we get the ending, and yeah, so like this was okay. I'm sorry we rushed this episode, but it just like it was eh.
When you got nothing to say, you got nothing to say. It was sort of just an episode. Yes, it gave us it gave us a few character moments with Nakajima, at least, like even giving us some sort of backstory for him at least.
Yeah.
But episode 41, I think, was the superior episode of these two.
Oh my god! This is the most powerful, emotionally powerful episode I've watched of this series so far. This made me fucking cry, shudder in fear because god damn it, this fucking kaiju was terrifying.
So we have episode 41. We want to see our Earth.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, I love the transition shot for the opening. Like,
Yeah.
you know how it's usually the title screen and then it cuts into the episode? This one, it's like, oh, that's weird. The image of Dyna's blurry. It pans out and it's a picture that the kids have on the wall. I'm like, congratulations. You guys were able to pull that off.
Yeah, so these 6 children who were born on the Jupiter station, they have a chance to finally go to Earth.
They've never been there.
They've never been there, and they want to go there. One of the kids wants to, like, he has, like, these plant seeds, and he wants to plant his flower seeds in the best soil possible on Earth.
Alright, let's take them to the farm and throw them in manure.
Yeah, throw them in manure.
They'll grow faster. They'll become super plants.
Yeah, so they're on the transport ship Gazelle, which is piloted by the...
Captain.
Well, it's piloted by computer, but it's by this guy Shinji, and then the captain, who's a really fucking badass dude, I gotta say. He's a really cool dude.
I want to say because I looked up the casting. I want to say he was in a few of the Heisei Godzilla movies.
Okay.
But when I tried to look it up, I couldn't really find anything. So I'm guessing he's one of the background characters of the Heisei Godzilla movies. You know, like when they formed G-Force.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, the Shinji guy, who's like the nerd of the ship.
Yeah.
He honestly, he kind of reminded me of like Otacon from Metal Gear Solid. So I feel like if they made like a live action Metal Gear Solid movie, he would have been fucking Otacon because he kind of just reminded me of him.
It's funny you mentioned that he looked like Otacon because like I'm just used to picturing stupid Mario Brothers Otacon who was a total weeb. So I'm like, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, so they're on their way to Earth. They're almost there. They'll be there in 4 hours, and then all of a sudden, they get attacked by this giant space insect.
It was I, Deolus.
So
you thought it was Batra, but it was I, Deolus.
Yeah, so it was Deolius, I think.
Deolius? Deos? Dos?
So a lot of people don't know this. I'm not terrified of like regular bugs. I am scared to death of giant bugs. I do not like giant bugs. Like there's this one game series called like Earth Defense Force, and it's just you get fighting like giant fucking bugs constantly, and it's terrifying. I fucking hate it. In Fallout New Vegas, there's these like giant radioactive like hornets called Cazadors, and they're fucking terrifying. This thing, I saw it flying towards me, the screen, giant fucking wings flapping and buzzing, and I got fucking chills, my hair was standing up on end, and I was like, no, this thing's fucking terrifying.
Does that mean you're terrified of Mothra and Batra?
No.
What about
because I don't like bugs that have like giant bugs that are like buzzing with their wings.
What about Megagerus?
It's different. This one, for some reason, really scared the shit out of me.
It's because it's from space. Space
also,
bugs.
Also, we got a comparison between it and Dyna. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's a giant ass fucker. Like, my god.
So this Delios, Delios?
I
don't know.
Delius, I think is what they're called.
Delius?
Yeah, Delius. That was it.
It attacks the Gazelle, the ship Gazelle, and it lays larvae inside. Three larvas. Because apparently, when it reaches Earth, it would be a poisonous gas killing millions.
Mm-hmm.
This is a problem. So you either save 6 children or millions.
So I just looked up the size, like the height and length of this kaiju.
Yeah?
He's 377 feet long.
That's scary.
That's a big ass fucking bug.
Friggin' probably has like supersonic waves when it flaps its wings.
Oh my god, but yeah, no, this thing was terrifying. And I'm glad we didn't really see it much for the episode, because after it laid its fucking eggs in the ship, it fucked off. So...
Oh, but then we have like this crazy scene where like the bald captain Haru, he goes down to grab one of the kids' stuffed animals, and he gets dragged into like one of the larvae, Shinji wants to go in to save him, but then the captain's like, he grabs him and forces him to look at the screen. They see his vital signs just flatline.
Yeah, no, that was I like that this captain didn't fuck around. He's like, no, he's gone. Accept it. Like,
even if you ran there, dead.
Yeah, we even get to see him like dragged away like off camera, and I was like, fuck.
Gave me an alien. It sort of gave me an alien vibe.
Yeah. And so then they have like these old time like laser guns.
Did you recognize them?
No.
They were the super guns from Ultraman.
Really?
Yeah, they were the Science Patrol, sidearm.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
And what's cool is that when they fired, it was like the old school electric lightning effect.
It did nothing. Like, it was basically like if they tried it on the larva, it kind of just like tickled them a bit.
It stunned it.
Yeah, it like stunned it. But yeah, so there's such big controversy because like it fucks their their control system, and like, you know, they're pretty much like they're on their way to Earth, but they find out that Nakajima discovers that like the larvae, if they get into Earth's atmosphere, they can like project this poisonous gas that could just kill millions of people.
Or like their acid would like turn into poisonous gas.
Yeah. So they're like, okay, let's redirect them to Mars. We'll drop them off the Mars base, and we'll pick them up from there.
Can't do that.
No, because the computer system got fucked up, and they're locked into Earth. And the only way they could go back to Earth is change their course is if they go to the emergency control system, but that's in the room that the larvae are in. And if they go in there, it's like death, like certain death. So they're like arguing about like, okay, well, what are we going to do? And so like all the heads are in like
the higher
room,
up TPC officers.
Yeah, and like Hibiki's in there, and they're just all talking. It's like, okay, well, like one of them's like, we have to save these kids, like they're fucking children, like we can't have them die. And he's like, yeah, but if this shit gets to Earth, millions of people will die, and so it's kind of like a needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And so like Hibiki already just like goes up to like Nakajima or something. He's like, all right, prep the ships, like we're gonna get fucking going. And like he just gets up and he's like, we'll go. We'll use one of the ships that's like attached to the Alpha to rescue the children, and we'll get them out of there. And it's like, Hibiki, you should do this, and it's like, you gotta try. Either works or it doesn't.
Yeah, because Officer Gondo has the idea of using the Unicorn, this satellite that's outside Earth's orbit, to fire at the Gazelle.
Yeah. So like they go to rescue the children, and they manage to get 5 of them off the ship before like one of the creatures like destroys the hatch, and then the ship has to separate or whatever like that, and then like it's just the captain, Shinji, and the older sister of the one boy.
Yeah, the kids don't have any names.
Yeah.
In the casting, they're even just known as children. Okay.
So Asuka, he like you can see like the girls just like waving motioning at Asuka through a window, going like, "Go, just go. It doesn't matter." And Asuka's just like, "No, like I can save this children." And he's just like, "No, you have to fucking get back to Earth right the fuck now. Like you have to escort these children." And he's like, "Fuck, fine." So he has to leave, and they're just like the captain and the little girl have just like accepted their fate. And I'm just sitting there, like, because they're counting down like 30 seconds to firing this fucking satellite on the ship, and I'm just sitting there, like, actually, like, kind of in tears a bit, like, oh my fucking god, like, these people are gonna die.
Because like, the directing and writing of this episode is not making it a joke. Like,
no.
Like, it goes silent. Everyone's in despair, being like, we couldn't save all the kids.
Yeah, and
holy shit, a kid died on our hands.
Yeah, like, Asuka's even, like, hugging onto like his jacket, considering like thinking about turning into Dyna to like save them, and like I'm just sitting there like, no dude, you can't fucking do that, like you can't expose yourself.
It's one of those things of like it's eating Asuka on the inside, because like you just mentioned, can turn into Dyna, he can save them, but he can't, and
no.
it's hurt, it's getting to him, knowing that he has the ability to save everyone, but he can't.
Yeah, even thinking about it's like making me tear up because like fuck, it was just so powerful. And so like the satellite's about to fucking fire, but then all of a sudden, of course, fucking dialysis or whatever comes in and
Dialysis.
yeah, whatever, just destroys the satellite just in time because of course it comes back because you know it's like those are my babies. I don't want you fucking killing my babies. Which
I'm guessing the kaiju was even like, okay, this is too fucking dark for me. I need to do something.
yeah, because we find out that the kaiju is also like really intelligent. Like it's not only powerful but super intelligent too. But I think it was Karya who.
Karya saved the girl, the little girl.
Yeah, the girl kills the last one, but like she also has like one of the little old guns.
Yeah,
and goes, like,
one of the super guns.
Yeah. So they defeat the larva, in which, and then Dyna just like literally like sends this fucking kaiju back, fucks it up, blows them up. It was really cool.
I noticed this episode did a lot of fade to blacks.
Yeah.
I guess just to show, like, to be in the atmosphere of like it's gonna be a tense episode or something. I'm not sure, but I will say the music for this episode also really hit, especially for that final shot where like the little girl Karya and the captain all come in with the two nurses. They see all the other kids and like Super Guts made this giant banner saying "Welcome to Earth."
Well, it said "Welcome Earth" because they couldn't fit the two. And,
oh.
Karya's like, we couldn't fit the two. There's no room. So like you see the translation, it just says "Welcome Earth." And then yeah, you just see the little brother of the girl. Like everyone else is cheering and stuff, but you just see him just kind of just staring at her, and just you see one tear fall down his eye because he's just so he's so happy to see his sister alive that he can't even emote like properly because he's just like, oh my god, you're okay. And so I was sitting there just being like, fuck you, Dyna, god damn it, like, fuck, so good. So, like...
You know what would have made this episode just to go a bit more? Hanajiro with the kids.
My god, that would have been, like, in the ending, like, they're at the base, like...
Yeah, they're all just hugging it, being like, it's so cute. Oh, yeah, there's also just, like, this great emotional scene with, like, Captain Hibiki, the one of the higher-ups. They're walking down this hallway, which, good green screen effect. And, like, some papers blow in his hand, and the higher-ups, like, to think, these kids don't even know what a wind breeze feels like.
Yeah.
That's weird to think that could happen in the future. It could happen. Kids...
They'll be like space-born children. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's why I like that comparison in the Phantom Menace when like Anakin gets off of Tatooine and like Padme finds him on the ship and it's like she's like, "Are you okay?" And he's just like, "It's fucking cold." And she's like, "Well, yeah, you're from like a warm planet, so you're not used to space."
What's space?
You'll never find me in one of those dreadful starships. Fucking like 3 movies in a row. Fucking 3BO. But yeah, I can honestly say episode 41 definitely like top 3 best episodes of Dyna.
Say
like
you know what?
Fantastic.
You know what? Episode 31 where Dyna fought the other Dyna.
Yep.
The asteroid episode where like he was piloting on the moon.
Yeah.
This episode.
Yeah. No, absolutely. This was so good, got so many emotions out of me, and it shows that, like, Ultraman's got it, man. Like, the show isn't just fucking, whatever the guy said, kaiju porn or some shit. It's like, no.
Oh, xenophobic?
Yeah. Like, no, this show can get you. It's good.
Oh, a giant man in a giant monster rubber suit fighting each other, yeah.
No. It's more to it than that, man.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah. So, like, as Ultraseven is starting to, Dyna near its end is like,
Dyna's gonna be like, alright, we got 10 episodes left. Bring it.
Let's go.
10 episodes in a movie. I think of this way. Dyna ends with a 3-parter.
Super, I got you for 10 more episodes. 10 more episodes of playtime.
I guess that will be our episode of Ultraranger for today. This has been Ultraranger episode 163. Pew pew.
Pew pew.
Pew pew. Pew pew pew. And we will see you all next time. And as always, schwa for now.
Schwa for now.